Hey guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my back to school mom checklist that I have created to get me prepared and ready for this new school year with my kiddos. And this checklist is going to be available to you guys as a free printable on my website.
All those days trying to find a place where you only can just be alone. All those nights lying by your side, like it's a vibe, feeling it shine under your spotlight.
Welcome back to Ria's World of Ideas. If you are new to my channel, I am Ria, and on my channel I love sharing all the ideas that I find helpful in my life and home, and hopefully you'll find them helpful in your life and home as well. So if you're not a subscriber already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave this video, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're always notified on all the new videos that I put out. With all that being said, let's just jump into today's video, and today I want to share with you guys my back to school mom checklist that I have created that I use to get me ready for the new school year. And like I said in my intro, this checklist is going to be available to you guys as a free printable on my website. So I'll have the link down below to the link to my blog, so that you can go on there and it'll take you the direct link to where the printable is. And a lot of you guys had questions on when I offer free printables before on how to be able to get them and print them out. So basically I make them on PicMonkey and I make them as like a picture. So when I put them on my webpage, all you have to do is right click it, save it to your computer, and then you can print it out basically like a picture, and you can print it out any size you want, an 8x10, a 5x7, whatever you like. I originally printed mine out as an 8x10, but since I like to have it in my planner, I do it as a 5x7 now, so it goes within my planner. So the way that I created it, you can print it out any size you like to fit your needs. So I hope you guys appreciate that. I do appreciate all the love and the support that you guys give me, especially the likes and the comments that you guys have been giving me lately. So I wanted to offer you guys a free printable to show my, thank you to you guys. So let's just jump into the checklist so I can share with you guys the stuff that I put on my checklist. So the number one thing that I think that you should do on your back to school mom checklist is to take inventory of the things in your home. Now when I say this, I don't mean just take inventory of the school supplies. I mean take inventory of the school supplies you have, clothes, and lunch packing items. So starting off with this, the school supplies. You always want to check what you have in your house first before you buy anything, because sometimes you will overspend and you have so many things at home. A lot of times at the end of the school year, the kids always send their extra school supplies, and sometimes like if you're like me, I stock up when I see a good price. And a lot of times it's back to school time, I will buy more than what I need on the supply list, or throughout the year I'll see a good deal and I'll stock up on it. So the first thing I do is I take the school supply list that they always have at the store, and my Walmart had our school supply list as early as July, which was sad because I was still trying to enjoy my summer, but Walmart always has the school supply list out between mid-July and definitely by August. So grab your school supply list and check your home. In my home, I have a plastic shoe organizer that I have in my craft room closet where I keep all the pens, pencils, markers, notepads, everything that can fit in there that is school, or office school supplies or office related, I keep in there. So I will glance there and look at my daughter's, their school supply list and see what I have there first. I also have a drawer in my craft room closet as well, where I keep the different types of notebooks. I keep those zipper binder, pencil pouches, or any type of other school supplies that don't really necessarily will fit in that shoe organizer. I keep it in that drawer. So I check those drawers first before I decide to even buy any extra school supplies, and I basically shop my home for the school supplies. I basically shop my home in my office for the school supplies before I buy new school supplies. The same thing goes for lunch packing items. A lot of times, if your kids are good, or if your kids are not as rough as my kids, the lunch boxes can last more than 1 year, and so you can just basically use the one from the year before if you don't necessarily want to buy your kids a new one. Also, when I say about the lunch supplies, I don't only mean just lunch boxes. I also mean the containers that go in the lunch boxes. If you guys have been following me for a while, you have seen on my channel how I pre-pack and organize my kiddo snacks, and I do them with these containers from Dollar Tree. This container is these square containers come 3 to a pack, and it comes with this large size first, which is blue. It comes with a green size, which is the medium size, and it looks like this. It comes with a pink one, which is the smaller of the 3. Now in that video, if you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link down below, and all the videos that I talk about, because I have tons and tons of back to school videos on lunch packing and organization, all that stuff. I will put all the links to the videos I'm talking about down below. But basically in that video I share with you guys how I pre-packed and organized my kiddo snacks, and I use them with these containers. I don't use Ziploc bags. I used to use them at the beginning. I know a lot of you guys do that, but I don't like to be wasteful, so I don't use Ziploc bags to pack my kids' snacks. Because like I said, I don't like to be wasteful, and I found that when I put their chips, it would crush their chips at lunchtime and then they wouldn't want to eat it. So what I would do, like a little overview, so what I would do with the big one, I always put popcorn chips in here. All the little crunchy items are in the big ones because it's the perfect size to fit a good size of chips and it doesn't crush them. The middle one, I always put the fruits in. I put grapes, strawberries. I don't put like the watery fruits. I used to buy the canned fruits and applesauce, and I used to put them in this container, but I found that they leak for my kiddos, so those I do buy pre-packed at the store just because they would leak in these containers. But like I said, with the grapes and with the strawberries or any type of berries, these are perfect. And the small container, what I do like to use them for is desserts, because I do let my kids have treats. I feel like it's a good balance to have healthy snacks and snacks of their choice, but I always want it to be a smaller portion. So I'll put their jellos in here, I'll put their pudding in here, their cookies. If they take cookies, they have to put cookies in here, and normally you can only fit like 4 cookies in here, which is a good size for them. So all their desserts always go in this container. So that's mainly how I basically pre-packed my kids' snacks, and you'll get more information about that in the video. But the one thing that I'm trying new this year is bento boxes. I know a lot of you guys may have heard of the Family Fudge, or if you haven't, she's a YouTuber and she's a mom who does a bunch of different things on her channel. But one thing that she's known for is her bunches of lunches, and she also has a Facebook page that you can like follow and get so many lunch ideas. I'll put it down below as well. And I joined that Facebook group so that I can get ideas for lunches. And one thing everybody kept talking about was bento boxes. And I've heard about them before, but I never thought to get them for my kids. And so I was looking for them, and when you look bento boxes, there's like so many different type of bento boxes, different brands, different types. I was like overwhelmed. And luckily a company reached out to me, the bento company reached out to me to send me their healthy packaged bento boxes. They wanted me to try it. So of course I said yes, because I've been wanting to try this, and I was super excited because they didn't only want to send me one, but they wanted to send me 2 so I can try out. And so on their website they have tons and tons of different colors. I chose the purple and the pink because my oldest daughter loves purple, my youngest daughter loves pink. And so I wanted to try these out, and I've already tried them out at my job because I wanted to test them out for you guys before I even did them, because I don't like to do reviews without telling you guys. So let me show you how it comes. So it has like these 4 clips that you can clip on either side to keep everything contained, and it also has this thing right here, so if you put any hot things, it can release steam. I haven't tried to see how long it keeps things hot. But that was one thing that I wanted, so I will keep you guys posted on that on my Instagram. But it does keep things very cold. I actually did pack a salad for my job one day, and I put the salad on the bottom, I put grapes and the chicken on top. My grapes stayed so crunchy and cold, and my salad was not too cold, but it was cold enough with the ice pack. So this is how it looks. The top, you take it off and you will see the first tray, and the first tray comes in 2 compartments like that. Underneath the first tray is where you will see the built-in ice pack, and it's removable, of course, so that you can take it and put it in the freezer. You can take it out and then you can stick it back in. Then once you remove the ice pack, you see that there is 2 compartments here. You can either use both these compartments, or you can take them out and use the whole thing, which that's what I did for lunch. I put my salad in here, but you can do whatever you want, whatever you're serving your kids. I think these are great. They're so cute. My daughters were so excited to get them and wanted to try them. So they're like looking forward to trying them, but I definitely wanted to try them beforehand, before I told you guys about them. Like I said, I tried them already. I loved it. It kept my stuff cold. And I will put the link down below if you guys want to buy, if you guys want to purchase it. These particular ones are $17.99 on Amazon right now. I've seen some go more than over $20. These things are quite expensive, but they are, I do like them. It does keep things cold, and it is one thing I do like about them as opposed to these. It keeps everything contained all in one. So if you're doing all cold items, this is perfect. The only thing that I would like it different for, that I'll still use these containers for, is if I do pack my daughter's hot stuff, I like to keep the hot stuff separate from like the lukewarm, the stuff that doesn't need to be hot, or the cold stuff. So that's when I would use these, and I would still use my daughter's thermos. But if my daughters are having cold things or having homemade Lunchables or any type of things like that, I'm definitely going to go for this. So this was a good thing. I liked it. And again, if you want to purchase yours, I will put the link down below to the bento box link that's on Amazon. And again, it's right now, it's for $17.99. Now, when it comes to the clothes, a lot of people feel like they have to buy their kids a whole new wardrobe when the school year starts because of course, the kiddos want it. But 9 times out of 10, you guys do not have to buy a whole new wardrobe. There's still things that the kids have that still fit them, that are still in good condition. And a lot of times they get things throughout the years from their birthdays or different types of things that happen. You bought new things because they grew out of it. So a lot of times they don't need all new clothes right in August because they've had stuff throughout the year. So the first thing that I do is I go into my daughter's closet and I kind of, talk with her, and we'll see what still fits, what still look good, what we can use for the new year. And then I'll see how many outfits I can make with the clothes that she already has. And then I'll go to the store and then we'll go shopping for new clothes. But I don't go shopping for clothes and then add them to the clothes. I see what we have first and then I work from there and then to go shopping. Because a lot of times, like I said, you already have full outfits that the kids can use for the new school year, or sometimes you'll have a good shirt or a good skirt that you can pair up with so many different things, and then you can just add to the wardrobe. So definitely check to see your closet for yourself and for your kiddos to see what you guys have first before you spend any money and shop for new clothes. The next thing on the checklist is to organize not only your kiddos' closet, but your closet as well. A lot of times we waste so much time in the morning because we cannot find the things that we're looking for, whether it's an outfit or whether it's a backpack or a bag, because stuff is not organized. So take a time out right now. If you work Monday through Friday, take a Saturday or Sunday, or take whatever day that you have off to organize your closet, organize your kiddos' closet so that you're not wasting time in the morning in this new coming school year. The next thing on the checklist is to create a drop zone in your home for your kiddos' backpacks, coats, jackets, hats, gloves, and your purse as well. Again, a lot of time is wasted in the morning when we can't find our things. So try to create a place in your house, preferably right by the door, where your kids can put all their stuff that they need to grab for school and stuff that you need to grab for work, easily and accessible for you guys, but that is well organized. Mine in my home is my coat closet because I like to have my drop zone in somewhere where I can close the door, nobody can see it. And even though I have it nicely organized, sometimes it does not stay, well, let's not say sometimes, all the time it does not stay that way. So I want to have a drop zone where I can close the door if it's a mess. But there are so many ideas on Pinterest and YouTube where you can create one on your wall and your entranceway if you don't have a coat closet. So there is so many ideas out there of how you can create a drop zone. Let me share with you guys how my drop zones looks in my coat closet. So here is the drop zone for my house, and it's a closet that's right in our entranceway, the front part of our entranceway of our house. I like having a closet because I like things to be shut and not seen. But there's so many other ideas that you can see on Pinterest on how you can create one if you do not have kind of like a coat closet, because this is what it is, basically a coat closet. So on the door, I have some hooks right there that are from Dollar Tree. They go over the top of the door. But then I also have some hooks right here, some command hooks at the bottom for the littles. You know, Brianna is shorter, and she's a little bit taller now because she's in 5th grade, but even so, she's still short. So I always put some down here for her so she can hang her sweaters because she's not able to reach the little hooks up top. So the hooks up top are for like everyday things that we use. Ari's jean jacket is right there. Mine sweater's right there. Normally I don't put my scarf up there. I don't know why it's up there. I think I just washed it and I put it up there. But normally I put our scarves and stuff up there. So this basket up here I have, see if I can get in there. Oh, I'll fix it later. But this basket I have up here for the scarves for me and my husband. I keep our baskets up top because we can reach them. So this basket right here on the right is for me, for my gloves, my scarves, and then his gloves, scarves, and hats are right there on the left. And then I leave this space empty right here because I have to put my purses somewhere, and I don't like to hang my purses because it messes up on the hooks. You know, sometimes it'll mess up the actual, the band and stuff like that, so I don't like doing that. And then this spot right here is if I ever have returns or anything, I put the returns here in a bag so that when I'm getting my purse, I can also grab the returns. So then we just have the regular coat hook right here. And so what I do is on this side is my husband and Brianna, because Brianna is the smallest one. So, men tend to have bigger coats and stuff like that. So I put hers and his together, and then me and Ariana, we share this side. I have some washing right now. That's why it's not full. And then we kind of share stuff, and we also, you know, we're like the middle sizes. So that's how I do the coats there. And then when it comes to the bottom is where the girls keep most of their stuff. So their backpacks right now, they don't have it because I have to go get some new ones. But Brianna has her cheerleading bag back there. And then I keep their baskets down here, and because it's easier for them to grab. So on this side, this is Brianna's side, so she keeps all her gloves and stuff in there, kind of like we did on the top. Like I said, that's her cheer bag. She'll then have a space for her backpack, and then Ariana has this side with her same things. So I kind of wanted to keep things free right here for them to put their bags in. Before I had boxes, but then they would mess up the boxes. So now they're free to put their bags. And then once Ariana starts sports as well, her sports bag will go in here. But that's just how I have my drop zone set up. Because I love using the closet because I can just shut this door and nobody can see the mess if the kids mess it up and don't keep it as organized as it looks right now. The next thing on the checklist is I want you guys to create a homework station for your kids. They're going to be bringing homework home, and you want them to have all the things that they need to complete their homework. So whether it's a drawer, a basket, a desk, create a place in your home where your kids can find all the supplies they need to complete their homework. In my home, I have a drawer in the kitchen where it has all the supplies they need in case my kids want to do homework with me in the kitchen while I'm cooking. They also have all the supplies they need on their desk as well. And then at one point in time, I used to have like a basket that was in their playroom, kind of mostly for their artwork, if they ever wanted to do some artsy stuff. But if they felt like they wanted to do their homework in the playroom, it's available there as well. So there's so many ideas, and I actually have a video on all the different ideas of how to create a homework station on my channel, and I'll put that link down below because there's so many different ways that you can create it for your home. That if you don't have a drawer, you can use a basket. If you don't have a desk, there's so many tons and tons of different ideas that you can use. And in that video, I share with you guys a couple that have worked in my house that I love. The next thing you want to create in your house is a family command center. And I actually have a video on my family command center. It was actually my first ever YouTube video, my first video ever on my YouTube channel. So I'll put that link down below. And like I said, it was my first video, so don't judge me too harshly. I wasn't used to camera and all that stuff, so it was one of my first videos. But it is one of my most popular. People love that family command center. And in that video, I share with you guys how I created one for my home, and it keeps me and my family organized and in sync. And that's where I put all of our activities, all our school papers, everything, all of it goes in there. I did update my command center, and I will be doing a video soon with you guys, kind of how I updated it a little bit. I kind of just changed the colors and added different things to their mailboxes. So stay tuned for that video. But check out the old one because it gives you tons of information on how to create one of your own. And again, Pinterest and YouTube have so many other ideas, but definitely create a family command center for this back to school season if you don't have one already, because it really does keep you guys organized with what's going on in school, your kids' activities, and it keeps all the family in sync and organized to have the new school year run smoothly. The next thing on the checklist is to set up morning, afternoon, night, and weekly routines if you don't have it already. Now, a lot of people have morning and night routines and they have weekly routines, but I have a morning, afternoon, and night routine for me and my kiddos because I feel like I like to separate the tasks throughout the days in different chunks of the days so that we can get things accomplished throughout the day, but not so much all at once. And I feel like when we do so many morning chores in the morning, a lot of times they won't get done because the kids are so tired in the morning because it's they're trying to get ready for school, or you're trying to get ready for work, so that stuff is not going to happen. So I'd like to separate tasks between the morning, afternoon, and night, so it's not so much in the morning and then nighttime. I will be sharing with you guys my kids' morning, afternoon, and night and weekly chore routines. That's in my command center. I have their little checklist in the command center where they check off once they've completed it. And I've also created chore cards for them that have their individual chores on them. A lot of times people have a chore chart and all the chores are on there and they have to check it off as they go. The reason why I don't do that is because my command center, my chore chart is downstairs, and so every time the kids would have to do something, they would have to see what they had to do, run upstairs, come back and check it. So what I created is I created a chore card, so they take the card and they could check off everything they have to do on that list on the card, and once the card is complete, then they can come downstairs and check off, oh, I did my morning chores. And I will go more into detail about that. I'm going to be sharing with you guys the chore chart, the chore routines, the chore chart, the chore cards, the morning, the afternoon, and night, and weekly routines. I'm going to be sharing that all with you guys in a separate video on theirs and mine. I do have a video of their chores and also the different tasks that I have in the command center. I'll link that down below. But my stuff has changed a little bit, but it is kind of like that is kind of like the base of what I do in the old videos, but you can go check that out as well to get an idea while you wait for the new videos. But if you don't have a morning or a night routine with your kiddos, definitely set one up so that you're able to get things done throughout the day. That sometimes we don't know when to start, sometimes we don't know what we should do. And if you set up morning and night, or morning, afternoon, and night routines, your kids know what to expect, and things will get done in your house, and things will run a little bit more smoothly. The next thing on the checklist is to create a memory box or binder to be able to keep all the memories, all the papers, all the things that you collect throughout the school year that you want to save to look back on. I don't do memory binders because there's a lot of things in that I want to save that don't necessarily fit in a binder, but there is tons of ideas on Pinterest and on YouTube to create memory binders. What I do is I do a memory box, and I use these Jot portable hanger storage boxes that you can get at Dollar Tree. I love these because I feel like this is how they look when you purchase them, and when you put them together they look like this. I feel like these are the perfect size to house the things for the school year, and you can keep these instead of getting a whole big box, a big storage box, because a lot of times you won't collect that many things throughout the school year for a big storage box. So I think these are the perfect size to collect the things that you want to keep for the school year. And I will do a separate video on this to share with you guys how I set this up. I actually add the kids' school picture, the first day of school picture in the front, write down all the information in there, and then I will share with you guys how I house and how I organize like the folders and what I do save as far as it comes to their memory binder and box in a separate video. But if you do want ideas on a memory box or binder, again, check out Pinterest and YouTube if you want to know how they are now. If you want to know what they are now instead of waiting for my video. But the video will be coming soon, and I'll be sharing with you guys how to create a memory box, how I do my memory box to keep all my kids' stuff, because throughout the school you're going to get so many report cards, so many certificates, so many things that you want to remember and you want to keep, and you want to keep them organized. And sometimes a lot of people, we don't like to keep things organized, and we don't want to have a we don't want to have such a detailed organized system because we don't have time for that. But that's why I love the memory box, because you'll sit there and you'll see when I show you it, there's different types of folders, and all you gotta do is drop the stuff in, close the box, and you'll be able to save it, and you'll be able to look back on it for years to come. So stay tuned to that video where I'll share with you guys how I do the memory boxes for my kiddos every year. Next thing on the checklist is to think about lunch ideas. That could be such a headache, especially if you have picky eaters like my kids, where it's hard to pack them lunches because they get either tired of the same old things or they don't like certain things. And honestly, those school lunches, they are expensive and they're not really the greatest thing. You guys know I work at a school, and I'm going to tell you the truth, and some of the school lunches are not that great, so I wouldn't want my kid eating that all the time anyway. So what I do is I sit down with my girls and I ask them what kind of lunches that we can make together. What kind of things do you eat? And we got to remember, lunches don't have to be like a gourmet meal every day. As long as, for me, as long as my kids have one of each food group, like they have a vegetable, a fruit, a dairy, a grain, a protein, I'm fine with that, because lunch, sometimes they don't really, some kids are not that hungry at lunch anyway, and they get a big meal at breakfast and they get a big meal at night. So you don't always have to have these gourmet meals for lunch. As long as they have all the food groups, they will be fine. So sit down with your kids, find out what they like, find out what kind of dairy they like, what kind of fruit they like, what kind of grains they like, and mix and match with that. And don't overthink lunch, so that it can make it simple for you and for your kids in this new school year. The last thing on the checklist, and it's very important, is to do a trial run for when school starts. Especially if your kids are starting a new school, like let's say they go from middle school to high school, where it's a totally different area, it's a totally different time they're going. Do a trial run before school starts so that you know how much time you need in the morning to take each individual kid to school. Because the last thing you want to do is to be late on the first day of school. So I always say before school starts, take time to find out how long it takes you to get from your house to every school. And then, you got to think about traffic in there too, so add some time. So that way you're not late. So don't forget to do a trial run before school starts, not the day of, because you don't want your kiddos to be late, definitely not on the first day of school. So those are the things that I feel are important to have on my back to school mom checklist. And I know a lot of those things I have to share with you guys more in detail about them in other videos, which I will. But again, if you can't wait for the videos that come, check out YouTube, check out Pinterest on some of the ideas that I told you about. And you can find ideas of your own until I share with you guys the video of like my memory box and things like that. And they will be coming to you guys soon. let me know in the comments down below. My question for you today is, let me know in the comments down below, what tips do you guys have and what would you add to your back to school checklist to get ready for this school year? I definitely really want to know your tips and what you guys do to prepare for the back to school season, because all us parents can use some tips, because when school starts back up, it gets hectic. We get so used to the summer and lazy days of summer that to get back into a routine can kind of be stressful sometimes. So let me know your best tips or your best things that you would put on your back to school mom checklist, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Hey guys, don't forget to click on the picture in the middle of the screen so you can subscribe to my channel and get notifications on all the new videos that I put out. And check out these other 2 videos that I have posted on my channel on either side of my picture. Have a great day.